Hi there and welcome to my channel, and today I am repotting up the red onions, there's the label, that we originally sowed on the 8th of May. They've now got to this size in here, a bit scraggly. But we were talking to a gentleman down at our allotment, and he has said that he always puts his into loo rolls. For the next, well, he goes from seed into loo rolls, and then from the loo rolls go straight into the ground from there. Putting the loo rolls in, they're biodegradable. They, you know, go into the soil and things. But the onions are quite happy going from there. He also does his peas the same, his beans, everything else. He just does them in loo rolls. Whether this guy has a bit of a problem or whether he just collects his loo rolls and everyone else's, I don't know. But we've been collecting ours, and my dear old grandmother, she's been collecting hers as well, and so on and so forth. So over the last couple of months we've collected these ones. I think we have about, I don't know, 30 altogether. We also have kept the kitchen roll ones, or as my father used to call them, toilet paper for bigger bums. Which I can obviously cut down to half the size if needed. Right, the pots so far I have half filled with compost. Hello Lucy, she's here again. I have half filled with compost. Now, the guy in question, Mark, who is at our allotment, he just places them then into the pots, and they kind of find their own way. But I'm not sure whether to fill them in with compost still or whether just to leave them. I'm getting dripped on in here again. So I don't really know. I keep doing jazz hands, sorry about that. So yeah, that's what we're basically doing, is sorting out the red onions today. I hope you all enjoyed John's video the other day with him doing his plant seeds, flower seeds. So everything in here is sort of now heading off towards the allotment, and it's starting to look a bit bare really, except the tomatoes, which are crazy, but they're staying here. Finally, some time back I showed you I chucked some thyme in a pot. They're starting to look like they might be actually doing something, which is great news. That's it, plop it in. See it, dig a hole, chuck it in, as our friend Val would say, bless her. You may see Bill and Val comment on my videos, our videos, you know, every time. They are so supportive and brilliant. Head over to have a look what they're up to as well. You know, they're a bit further along in the journey and have a bit more of a clue what they're doing, unlike us, and you are following us in our first year really of doing this, and not really sure, but you know, things are growing, things are improving, so you never know, we might actually get something. We've got a lot of strawberries so far, which is great, and I'll keep eating them, which is what we're doing it for. So yeah, Lucy, what are you doing? Licking everything. Right, so let's start in the middle as always. These green pots are great, except when it comes to trying to get things out of them. Right, so we have two, and as they're already sort of in a lump of compost, what I sort of was suggested was just to take them out and just gently push them into there, that way, and then they'll carry on and find their own way. And when it comes to transferring them to the actual allotment itself, it's basically just take the tube and put it in. That sounds far too easy to me. Where's this one going? That one's probably got legs on it. It's like Lily Savage, that one. All these pots, honestly. Lucy, you're oofing me out the way, girl. Right. So, that's basically what we're up to, or I'm up to today. Lucy's pushing me out of the way because she's bad. You may see other videos on my channel of Lucy and Tyson. Yes, that's you, beast. I think they've got over their birthdays now. I keep telling them they're 4, they should calm down. But if any of you out there have English Bull Terriers or Staffies, you'll probably know yourselves. They stay puppy for so long. But they are so loyal and beautiful, aren't you? Yes, she's ignoring me. Ignorant as well they are. Right, so yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, is putting one onion. They're red onions, these ones. I said that, I think, didn't I? Yeah. I'm trying to get these out of here without making too much crackling noise. If I didn't put them right underneath the... Look at those. Can you see it? Where's the camera? Other end, Joe. Okay. You see? So I'm just going to lay that one there a minute because it's now got no compost with it because the other one's stolen it all. But yeah, I'm kind of putting it in this much of the compost it's already in. Because also, watching Gardener's World with Monty Don, remembered his name today, with moving things, he said whether it be flowers or veg or whatever, to keep them with something they're already growing in, because it's got all the bacteria and stuff and things they know. But if you're going to transfer them, I think he said something about mixing in some of the mud or soil, whatever that they're going into the compost as well, so it can learn and accept the new before it's then transferred completely. So yeah, does that make any sense? Possibly. So yeah, I need a bit more of this compost out of this one that this one's been already in, that I took out, that I showed you. I'm just going to wrap that in there a little bit and pop that into there. Chocolate extra in there. Can you see these coming along now? So I'm just placing them in the top. I'm leaving the tops open a little bit. That's got a bit of root showing on there, so I'll just poke that in. Yes, so that's basically what I'm doing. John is inside because he's waiting. We are waiting for a plumber. So we all know what that's like. I don't think there's anybody in here, is there? Are you anybody? I hate it if I just think there's like the slightest chance that there is somebody growing. I talk to them like they're humans. I have to at least give it a shot. So I'm going to put you in there, whether you're real or not, whether you're doing anything or not. I have to give you a chance. Excuse me. I can't. You know, you're supposed to sort of wheedle out the weak ones. I can't do it. I feel like I'm murdering them. They've come all this way to grow, and I'm like, no, just because you're weedy, you're going in the bin. I can't do it. They all have to have their own little chance. Even if something's in the back garden in a hanging basket and it's not doing great, I will then transfer it to the front garden, looking almost dead, but it gets a second chance. Everything deserves a second chance. I've got shakes going on. I should perhaps sort some lunch soon. Right, so that's the first tray of those done. I've managed to get 12 into that one tray. I was going to put one toilet roll into each hole, but I thought, well, that's taking up a lot of room. So although I've doubled up the tray so they're a bit more sturdy, I've managed to squish 2 loo rolls into each. What am I talking about? Into each hole, yes. Get on with it, woman. Oh, here come the birds again, noisy little beasts. I haven't fed them yet today in the hope that they would stay quieter while I filmed. Right, in this one we have another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more. So I shall get on and get those in. I feel I am going to have to, oh, excuse me, oh, this is all crumbling. Sorry, I'll stop talking then. It's concentration. I can't talk and do this at the same time, which for somebody making videos isn't great, is it? Right, there's two here. Best friends. Excuse me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Blah 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 blah. I'm just, you know, me and John were talking this morning about the tomatoes, okay? Now, when we put the tomato seeds in, they are so tiny, and it's just fascinating how something so tiny as a tomato seed, excuse me, grows into something like these. How? With just a bit of water and a bit of warm. Magic. And I think that's what John loves the most, is watching things sort of shooting through and, you know, growing into something that he can eat or look at and things, and he just loves it when the new shoots come through. So, you know, as I said before, I had an allotment many years ago, over 20 years ago, but I was sort of helped a lot by my parents to point me in the right direction, but this is all very new to John, and so every day when we get up and he comes and checks the greenhouse, it's like like that every day. Bless him. Right, there's just the one in there. Oh, come out, you little stink. Oh, look at the roots on that beast. Oh, yeah. I like red onions. I do. They don't seem to kill your eyes like white onions. Nearly halfway through this spray, which is great news. So, yeah. So half of them will be in loo rolls, half of them will be in pots, as sort of, haven't got any more loo rolls left, and also we could use it as a trial and error and see which ones, got one in there, yes, trial and error and see which ones do better, whether it's in the loo rolls or whether it's in normal pots. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, so far that is where we've got to. I've now done the 10 in there, plus 12 in the other ones, that's 22. Well, it was when I went to school. Wish it was a very long time ago. You see me today, here I am with my hair up. It's getting long enough now, finally, to put my hair up. Right, so I'm going to just switch off now and fill up a few more pots, because that's quite dull to watch. Ooh, look! But what I've just found, I've talked about John getting excited, look. The parsley that I planted about 27 years ago is finally doing something. Look, it's so tiny. I don't think we're going to make much with that yet. But with the parsley and the thyme and some red onions, there'll be no stopping us. Perhaps. So yes, I'm going to shut up now for a minute, sort some more pots out, and then I will come back and carry on. In a bit, guys. Right, I'm back, and I've decided, through the process of elimination, and the fact that, can you see me? And the fact that, if I bend down you can, and the fact that we only have green trays. This doesn't go any higher, I'm sorry about this. We only have these green trays other than a gazillion other ones. I'm putting them into here now, all individually, into the green ones, whereas before there was like 55,000 in each one. So we can use that as an experiment. Silly hair. As an experiment, oh lovely, dog's having a wee up the greenhouse, to see whether the loo rolls work better or the green pots. So I'm going to put you down there now because that's a better view than looking at me. Right. Hello, Ty. Tyson very rarely shows his face. Do you? Shy dog. Tyson, stop eating grass. Anyway, back to the process of what we're actually doing. Who can tell me what that is? Not a tattoo, what it actually says. What is it? Who knows? There's a question. Right, so yeah, the birds are back. Aren't they bad? It's great though, because the babies are learning now so quickly. Like a week ago, literally, they couldn't even stand on the fence without nearly falling off. Now, they are actually learning to get on the feeders. Mum and Dad are still having to help feed somewhat, but they're getting the hang of it. And if I put seed and suet and things and bread and such like on the floor, the babies are actually helping themselves now. So that's very nice. I do love the birds. My dad was huge, sort of in with his RSPB. He worked with the Red Kite programme, so birds have always been, you know, quite important for us. And with these, we need the birds, even if they are very loud. Right, so I am actually topping these ones up as well a little bit, because they're not in the tube to point them in the right direction. Then I thought I'd better try and point them in the right direction a little bit. A little bit. We're getting up on the subscribers too, which are at last count 79 of you, lovely followy subscribey people. We need to get it up to the 100 and then we will be having the little competition. I have the question ready. The answers are in most of the videos I talk to you about. So we'll see how good you are paying attention. Yes. Right, we've got how many of these? 8 more, 9. See, don't miss that one. I always miss one, and then Johnny laughs at me because I always manage to miss one because I'm waffling. Look at that. In the mid-interlude, when I was filling up pots and deciding what I was going to do with myself, or whatever, John appeared in the midst and asked if we had decent roots on the onions. So I showed him and I said, sniff it. So he sniffed it and he went, oh, the roof just waggled and soaked me again. He said, they even smell like onions. Well, would you believe that onions smell like onions? Even if they are tinky teeny weeny itsy bitsy at the moment still. Magic. I'm going to stick that thing in there. But we know what they are because they smell like onions. Johnny said so. Right. Oh, John doesn't like doing these bits because they're so tiny. I was going to show you that then I forgot. I'll show you on the next bit. He bought some fertilising little granule things. Now it's on here. I'm going to show you on the camera. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Can you see on there? Can you see them a bit close? There's little tiny brown flecky bits. Now they are like a plant feed, vegetable feed type thing. Hello Lulu. That you basically just sprinkle over the compost or your soil in your garden or wherever. Big stick. I'm growing sticks again. As I said before, that's a tree's job, not mine. What am I talking about? Yeah, so you sprinkle it over the muck, and as you water and things, it slowly dissolves into the compost, Oh, this one might be better for you to see. Yeah, and feeds your flowers, your veg, whatever. Can you see it better on that one? He's put quite a lot on that one, so you might be able to see it a lot better. So yeah, that one's going to be the size of Mars, with all that fertiliser on it. So I'll ram all that in there. And so as you water it goes down. I think it is a Miracle Grow product. I am actually looking for, oh, there it is. Here it is. I've got it. Here, that's what we're using. I'm sure other products are available, made by other competitors, but it guarantees more, because that's what we need, obviously. So it's ideal for tomatoes, fruits and vegetables, organic choice, suitable for organic vegetable gardening. So yeah, oh, it smells funky. If I ever get a little habit in my hand and show you, it does actually look like coffee. Let me show you. I've got a great big handful now. Here, see, it just looks like coffee. I'm going to sprinkle that in the tomato plant, because I'm not going to try and get that back in the bag. Chuck a bit on the back lawn as well. I have a field out there tomorrow. Oh, excuse me for rattling again. Right, so yeah, that's the fertiliser we're using on, I think, almost everything. You got it from Home Base. We basically use Home Base because, unless we're going over to my grandmother's, which she's about 45 minutes away, then it's really the only place we have in our local town to go to. Sadly, all the sort of little shops have gone, and we're kind of left with a big main retailer, which doesn't sit great with me, but there's no other choice anymore, which seems to be the way of the world. Although when we went to my grandmother's the other day, John bought his flower seeds, which were a bargain price, you know, in comparison to, say, these big shops, which just charge an astronomical amount for ridiculous. So that's it, that's the first 24 of those. That was quick maths. 24 of those I've now put in singly. I'm starting to get warm in here, and it's not even a warm day. Excuse me, just had to mop my brow. Right, I'm going to get these last few out of here and separate them. Talk much cells. 1, 2. Yeah, so when we went over to my grandmother, she's got like a bigger town, so we can go with her. And look at all that lot in that one. Oh, for goodness sake. Who did that? You did. Okay then. We can go with her into the town and buy more for less money. Which, I like that words. More for less, instead of less for more. Yeah, that's right. More for less. Right. As if by magic, here is another empty one. I need to move the full one, Joe. Okay then. We'll move that one over there then. Okay then. Right, that's over there then. Let's put this one here then. That's a lot of things. What day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday today. We're still waiting for the workman, carpenter and plumber. Right, so we have these last ones to put in now. Look at this peely little one. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but like I said, I can't throw it away because it deserves all the love in the world. So we're going to put him in #1 spot. It's definitely a him. Until it gets flowers, and then it can be a her. And I'm just going to tiddle about and put these in here. So to stop you completely snoring and nodding off, I'm going to take a moment and get these done in a quick smart time, and then I'll pop back to you and reconvene. Speak soon. Hello, right, they are now all in, and altogether I have just replanted 64 red onions. That should keep us going for a week or two, shouldn't it? So these will now stay in the greenhouse for a little bit longer because I want them at least looking sort of less like chives. And then so it's probably going to be another 2, 3, if not 4 or 5 weeks before these head down to the allotments. One other thing I was going to say now before I forget, we've been using this. It was my grandmother's for her budgies. Bless her, she's so good to us. But I'm going to show you. It's like little tiny bits of shell. Let's give a sprinkle over them. Stop the dirty slugs. Yeah, it stops the slugs. They don't like the feel of it on their bellies. And my grandmother's budgies, Jack and Jill, didn't even bother with it. She's had it like 2 years, and there's well over half the box still in there. I've put it all on the sunflowers, I've put it on some of the tomatoes, the broccoli, the cabbage, so on and so forth. And since then, fingers crossed, we've had no slug issues. I have used the blue slug pellets on the flooring here in the greenhouse because we do have a problem on the floor with the slugs, and obviously they're then going to climb up. But I haven't put any of the blue pellets in anything that we're actually going to eat, or in fact where the dogs really go. I do use them out the front amongst the flowers because I don't mind feeding the wildlife, but do they really have to have everything? Really? So, there's plenty of weeds. Eat them. No, they want to eat my pretty flowers. One last thing before I go. As you know, we are on a Facebook group as well, which comes up during our videos, which is the Garden and Allotment Lovers page. We have a lady on there called Louise, yes, you, who lives in our local town, and she is brilliant. That wonderful lady has donated so many pots to us, empty pots, for us to reuse. This stack here is just an example of the ginormous bin bag full she gave us the other day of these, plus a ginormous stack of about 4 foot high of mixed sized other pots. That's at least, I think it might be the second if not third lot she's given us, and she's just brilliant. So that's Louise, and she's on our Facebook group, so she watches the videos, and I just wanted to say thank you for thinking of us and donating the pots to us, because we really appreciate it, and you know, do get through them. So yeah, that's about it really. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do. And share if you can on your Facebook, your Twitter, your wherever you can. Just get us out there, and you know, please comment, please leave us a comment of what you're doing, what you'd like to be doing, where you're from. Yeah, and just let us know if there's anything that you think we could be doing better or differently or what have you. And yeah, sharing and caring and all that. So yeah, like us, share us, subscribe to us. Let's get up to the 100 and get this little competition going. Okay, so thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.